Saru wants to know, I'm curious to know if Dr. Grandin feels that she has been more discriminated against for being a woman or being an autistic, and how did she overcome this discrimination?
Oh, being a woman in the early 70s, when I first started working in feedlots, being a woman was 10 times worse than autism. Autism never even came up. It was being a woman. And then when I finally, got some jobs, I remember I worked for a construction company for a year and a half. One of the vendors had a client appreciation party. I was told since I was a woman, I absolutely could not go. Yeah.
Wow.
74.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now, Temple, now is it still equal and even, or
well,
do you
things are way better now. Like when I did animal science, and this would be in the early 70s, there were very few women. Now 80% of the class is women, and we're getting lots of women going into the industry now. I have students that are management positions at beef meat packing plants. Things have changed a whole lot compared to the 70s.
But
and the scene where they put the bull testicles on my car, that happened. That's true.
Really?
Yeah, that is true.
But now, I know the last time you were on the show, you were talking about a friend who was trying to get their pilot's license and couldn't because...
That's pure. That was autism discrimination. You see, this gets into whether you should disclose. And all through my career, I never disclosed. I would say things like, with something was secret, I need to make a pilot's checklist. Let me just write down and make a checklist of how to work this machine or how to set up the dairy equipment. But there's still enough. If I would suggest, if you're really stable in a job, I would not disclose.
Okay.
But then other things, you get people where they're a bit more obvious. Yeah, then probably a good idea to disclose. But unfortunately, here's another discrimination thing. About 2 months or 3 months ago, I had lunch with a family of a young man in his 30s who for 5 years had a really good outdoor technical job. I can't identify it. And he disclosed, and I got rid of him.
Oh, no.
It's terrible.
It is terrible. And we should say it is illegal, it's immoral, it's wrong, but I appreciate you giving, the truth to people that they need to protect their jobs.
Well, the other thing I'm going to recommend to everybody is you protect your portfolio, because when you're different, you need to show your work. Now, I think on this program before, I showed off some of my drawings. Yeah. And the way I would sell a job is I just would lay the drawings out on the table, just like I showed in the movie, put pictures of jobs out there and brochure and some trade magazine articles. It would sell the work. So let's say you're doing work for somebody. Well, there's programming. You've got to keep stuff for your portfolio, period. And you keep it at home and you keep it in hard copy.
Okay.
Because if you leave suddenly, you've got to have portfolio to get your next job. Then you have the whole problem of what if it's confidential? Well, what I'm going to do with that, I can break it up in little pieces and I can put it on an iPad and stick it in their face, eyes only.
Yeah.
I won't let them have it. But
good point.
You've got to have, I've heard sad stories this was about 20 years ago, a lady that worked on designing stuff for cars. And all she had for a portfolio was some obsolete disk drive thing that was unreadable. No, you put it in hard copy, paper copy, and on electronic flash drive or whatever. Yeah. And because you've always got portfolio for your next job.
It's great information.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out